my channel. And finally friends, I'm gonna make the playlist. Yeah, about history. Now what playlist? I set up a channel, right? Well, I wanted to make a channel friends but it was not successful because of some reasons. Now, there's a shocking and even more better news friends. I'm gonna remove the space from my channel's name, Space Facts by Satvik, and keep it Facts by Satvik. I'm gonna make anything from everywhere, anywhere about our beautiful country. It might be about space, it might be about geography, it might be about history, it can be anything. And I'm gonna cover that all in my channel. So this today I'm gonna say the first video of history. No. Mostly it's a headache subject for most of the students as they don't mostly understand the topic of history into their minds because it's a bit complex and more hard to remember all the years. But I'm not gonna lecture like that in the school students. I'm gonna say in a fun, enjoyable, and in a normal, better way. So to start, today I'm gonna say how Europeans discovered a new route towards India. How was India discovered? Actually, India was discovered long ago. But how did they discover the new route and why did they need to? When did they? And who did they? Well, to start with, the person who discovered India, the name was Vasco da Gama, sailor. The Vasco da Gama was ordered by the Manuel King I to see and take some goods from India from the African way. They didn't know about the African way route. They wanted to discover it. Now, why did they need to discover it? Because in the middle, between Asia and Europe, there was a small pathway called Canicle. Canicle. The Canicle pathway was an important pathway for trading with Russia, India, and more such things. Well, the problem was that the route was blocked by Turkey in the 1453 of year. The thing was, normal traders needed to pay 3 times more than what they need to pay, and other people who even had permission from special permissions from the king also needed to pay high prices. That was a very bad thing, as it was a very loss for Europe because mostly the goods they take will be gone in the pathway itself before they could even take to Europe. So Europe thought to discover a new pathway towards India. Now they thought if India goes like that in that position, they thought they could go all over Africa to find India. And in between the path, there's a shocking fact. I'll say about it later. Now to move. How many people were there? Well, there are 170 crewmen and 4 ships with the leader as Vasco da Gama. As Vasco da Gama started the expedition from the Lisbon, he started Lisbon from Lisbon actually. He started it when he was moving forward. He went through many states. Mostly the most known one, Cape of Good Hope in the south. It was a very contributing state. As they moved on, actually most of the locals of the cities denied the Vasco da Gama to enter in and wanted to send them soon enough. As Vasco da Gama was not such a gentle and good person to listen to them and directly leave off, while leaving the islands, he shot cannonballs onto the people, dangerous, and literally into the middle of cities, which are very dangerous. As he moved on, he reached a city called Melinda. In that city, there was an Indian citizen, and he was the biggest betrayer of all the whole India. Now, why is that? Because that sailor said everything of the distance from the Africa to India, all the directions, and also the problems and from which way is it the more safer and smaller. and that did so much help for the Britishers and very much harm for India itself. That was the biggest betrayal, literally by our India itself. As they moved on, they reached our country, the south, Calicut, and met Jamori, a famous. At that time, people thought that they didn't knew about the gold and all the stuff of India. In fact, foreigners knew better about India than ourselves at that time. They didn't knew about the rich diversity of India at all. Well, that time, Portuguese Vasco da Gama reached there and dig through that and wanted all the goods. As Zamarin knew a bit about India, he thought he wanted to get all the goods and just wanted to go. Well, to do that, the Zamarins asked for goods from themselves. As Zamarin didn't know the rich diversity of themselves so well at all, they thought that other foreign countries are even more richer. Well, at that time, they thought that gold and silver would be the presents from Vasco da Gama. Well, it's actually a bit more worse, friends, because Vasco da Gama literally bought nothing but clothes and sugar and some salt. Yes, friends, because most of the funds were gone in the expenditure itself for the King Manuel. That was a hard time for British and Portuguese actually. Well, at that time, in India, while our Vasco da Gama was returning back to Portuguese, he sent about 60 times more funds than what is needed for the expenditure. 30 expenditures, 30 expenditures are equal to that cost. Actually, I mean 60 expenditures make that cost. 60 times more, friends. 60 times more. A very small place conquered by a small emperor, or not even an emperor, a king of a small kingdom, could use 60 times more funds for more funds of more than the expenditure funds. What would you think about the bigger empires? What could they give? They could at least give more cost than that of a whole country. Like the cost of Alaska is less than how much they could give. If whole India tried to give all its money, how much could it be? Can you guess? Well, you can buy the literal whole world. That much it could easily be. It's just the laziness of our country itself. I am saying it's truth, friend. The laziness of our country is such a way that we are not trying to dig anything, we are not trying to find anything, and just leaving our diverse and rich country to such a waste. That's the reality, friends. Even if you don't like this truth, that's the reality. Now to move on. That's nothing for Vasco da Gama, friends. As he returned back, he gave his scroll, means all the funds, to Manuel I, King Manuel I. When he did give it, Manuel I was so happy for all the cost and all the money, at that he named Vasco da Gama as Do, one of the greatest responsibilities given to a sailor in Portuguese. Also, do you know, friends, there is a small city near Tamil Nadu, I meant Kerala. There's a small city named Vasco da Gama, the exact same name. That's a really small and not so popular city. But it's a really great city, friend. And it's said to be named after Vasco da Gama himself. And did you know that he also annoyed the Calicut king so much? So that's the one of the reasons why the Zamarin gave so much money to send them back. Well, because he didn't pay the routine funds to stay in India at all. That was a problem. Because as we knew, Portuguese people had problem with the fund of the expenditure itself. How could they pay the schedule payment of India to stay in India? Well, they couldn't, of course. So Vasco da Gama didn't pay any of the money or taxes to the Calicut king Zamarin. Zamorin was so much annoyed that he wanted to send him back. And do you know there was even a war? As I said, there were 4 ships went. Only 2 ships came back alive. With 170 men went to the Zamorin or India. Only 55 people came back alive. Those many people were killed just by a small empire of a small king. I am repeating it again. Such a small king was such a small empire could do that much. What could the whole India do? You can expect it. So much high. Well, that's it for today's history, friends. Stay tuned for more such videos. Do you like my videos? If you like them, of course. And share my videos to all your friends and family. And if you want more such videos, subscribe to my channel. Let's meet next time. Historyologists. Bye.